How we doing today, guys? It's your boy BJ and Trades. You know the drill. Trade recap for today. Obviously, we're gonna go about the trades I took today on NQ and on gold. So on gold, it was a bit, stressful to be honest. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So my draw for the day, obviously, I was bearish. So I was looking for sells. My draw for the day was this, this low right here. So sell side right here was my draw. Obviously, we're still. I think we're still gonna get to this point uh maybe this week or maybe next week. Why? 'Cause, saw this rejection right here of this OB on the 4 hour chart, on the 1 hour chart. So saw this rejection of this OB right here. So I was, selling. I was looking for sales. We did retrace, tap into this OB right here, and I was sell off. Same right here as well. Came all the way up, and then we tap to sell off again. So I was looking for sales. Got straight to the 15, and then you see the framework. So New York midnight open right here. You can see we have an opening gap. So mark out the body from there to there, and then you just extend the line. So that was my new week opening up. New day opening up as well. So we have this low. However, this was where price was before, we start to sell off during New York Open. So we'll straight to the 1 minute. So right here you can see same OB on the 1 hour chart here, same OB. You can see the bodies right there. So we have this swing guy. I don't know what was his candle, but his candle was formed at I think 9 o'clock. So his candle was formed 9 o'clock, uh, and then we like there was a tiny gap there, not a tiny gap, it was a big gap, but you know we're still kind of use the gap though. So we made this high, this swing guy. So this is obviously buy side right here. So we made swing high, consolidate. Now we came back to reclaim this high. So there's so many orders resting here. We took out these people, we killed all this trader right here. Now we start to break lower. So we inverse this gap. Now I was thinking, am I gonna sell this? Because if I'm gonna sell, I'm gonna be selling into a new gap, which was not a previous gap, which was formed right here. So, obviously I had to, ignore the setup. I was saying, okay, maybe if we're gonna keep selling off, we're gonna get to London lows, which I'm gonna get to after. So we invest this gap, and then from here we see we start to break lower, break lower, break lower. My first setup, my second setup, which would have been this trade right here, it was a big gap. You know, we made it a low, a low, a high. We did manipulate some high right here. We manipulate these highs, and then we start to break lower. So we invest this bullish fair value gap right here. So you can see right here, I said reclaim bullish fair value gap. So why? Because we went up. I don't know if we take out. Okay, we did take out these lows. We took out these lows, and then from there we start to break up. I knew this was a fake out, so I knew price was going to sell out because London lows is a draw. So we went up, and then before you know, we came down, inverse this gap. Then we get the retest. The retest, that was where I couldn't take my trade. I was, I wanted to take the trade. I was going to take the trade, but I just ignored it. So that would have been a winning trade for 50 points as well. Probably would have reached 20 points, 20 points right there. And yeah, that would have been a first very good trade. And then obviously I didn't take this one, so I had to wait. I was patient enough. And then from there we get the sweep of London lows. After the sweep of London lows, I knew price was gonna, obviously get a good reaction from there. So we have this order block right here, which was a upclock candle. We came all the way down this low, manipulate this low, London lows as well. And then this big box right here is the new week opening gap. So obviously price, there's some areas, some certain areas where price is going to come to you, and then obviously we reject from there. Like obviously you see like an obvious reaction saying, okay, I'm going to reverse from this point. So after that, we tap into new week opening gap right here, and then from there, instant reaction, literally no drawdown. I go in right on this candle open, and then went for 50 points. Went for 50 points, and I was just, done for the day. Good trade. Nothing too crazy. Not the best of the trade, but obviously the checklist was there, everything was right. So what was the checklist? Checklist was so sweep, sweep of section lows, sweep of section lows, yeah, IAVG, reclaim order block, CISD, everything was there, man. Trust me, everything was there. And then, obviously you can use this, this checklist for your trade as well. I'll advise you to just, be patient, wait for a good setup. Once you see a sweep of section high, section lows, obvious liquidity, you can just look for a trade. Don't just jump into a setup. So that was what I took today on NQ, white on gold. It was this setup right here. It was a bad setup, to be honest, on gold. But the idea was there, everything was right. Can't seem to remember the setup though. I think it was somewhere right. Yeah, I think it was somewhere right. Yeah. So we took a buy right here. Obviously, why was the buy? Why would did they take a buy? Did they take a buy position? We see some manipulation of these lows, and then obviously we see some obvious reaction. It was just going sideways, so we couldn't get anything. We couldn't, look for like partial stuff, but let's take partials or anything. And from there, I couldn't even remember what was the trade, but I know it was just break even trade. So the NQ trade was probably the best trade. This is probably one of my best trade in time, bro. Everything was there. Checklist was there. London low sweep, INVG reclaim order block, which is the CISD for me, and it's easy. Uh, and yeah, if you want to do stuff like this, what I'm saying, you can join the Telegram group, link in description. Uh, we do good stuff there. So for those of you that want to see, uh, the real stuff, the real business, obviously my thing go, what I'm saying, but we can look for. It's because we're all about to the next day, but um, let me show. I don't know if you can change. I don't know how to fix this, man. How do you change the date? I don't know how you change the date, but I think my execution should be on the Telegram. Let me just go on the Telegram and show you guys. Execution should be on the Telegram. So which is right here. You can see I said, entry everything, checklist, right there, my entry. This is you can see right here, trade of 8. You can see right here, trade of 8. You can see my entry right there of London sweep. The red line is London sweep, London lows. After the sweep, CISD, everything going on the candle, 50 points. And then that was my P&L. This was my P&L. As you can see for yourself and that, but and then yeah, we'll have this one as well. This is a 50k EVA on Top Step, which I tried out. Obviously I have to pass it tomorrow. Pass the phase one today, and obviously I have to do tomorrow. And then this was the trade call out on gold. You can see right there was bad PA, was going sideways. This was the entry. It went up and then took out its high, went down again. From there, just back up again. So it was, and this was the, how did you manage the trades? Because a lot of people say, oh, I got break even trade, I got loss. And yeah, that was by the way. So uh pretty much the previous trade, previous thingy's been absolutely decent. This was my previous month. You can see right here, the blue ones are the, green P&L winning trade, and the orange, the purple ones are the, you get me? And these are the stuff I do, man. Trust me. Like I said, appreciate you for watching my video. If you're interested in joining